Is there anybody listening? Is there anyone that sees what's going on? Read between the lines, criticize the words they're selling. Think for yourself and feel the... Such a lonely day, and it's mine, the most loneliest day of my life. Such a lonely day should be banned. It's a day that I can't stand. The most loneliest day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life.
Such a lonely day shouldn't exist. It's a day that I'll never miss. Such a lonely day, and it's mine. The most loneliest day of my life.
And if you go, I wanna go with you. And if you die, I wanna die with you. Take your hand and walk away. The most loneliest day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life. The most loneliest day of my life. Such a lonely day, and it's mine. It's a day that I'm glad I've survived. moves closer now, closer to the foot of your bed. And softer than shadows, a cricket in place. These arms around me and a stone in my eyes. They still, they can't be quiet now, my precious babe. Don't tell me like that, I will only love you more. Oh, it's much too late to get it right and turn on the lights. This Spider-Man was having you for dinner tonight. And I feel like I'm being eaten by 1,000 million shivering fairy hearts. And I know that in the morning I will wake up in the shivering cold. Spider-Man is always
Good morning and welcome back to the trailer park. I am Chanda-Masta and this is Hello Monday. Hopefully you guys can hear me out there. Do I not have sound? Of course. Where is mic check? 1 2 1 2. Audio. Come on. Where is my audio? Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. You guys got me? It doesn't sound like you got me. Why do I have no sound? Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. God damn it. It wouldn't be a Monday. Audio input. Let's see. I need audio input. Audio. Mic in stereo. Comcast. Mic check. Where are you? No, not Shadowcast. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Haha, did I get it? Mic check. 1 2 3 4. Do you guys got me now? Oh my God, it wouldn't be a Monday if I didn't have some issue, right? I checked everything, but I forgot to check my audio. So there we go. Hopefully you guys are hearing me out there. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me, please. Yeah, 80% more loudness. Just another manic Monday. Do I have 2 instances of audio now? I might have to go kill one because I added a new input. Where did I put it? I only see one audio going out, I think. Mic check. Oh, Shadowcast. Nope. Mic check. I think I only have one instance. So let me know. You guys will have to let me know in the chat. Oh, I see the chat. Better. Good. Got it. Perfect. 1 2 3. Got you. Okay. Boom. Yes, we are on the air. Welcome to Hello Monday. At least it was just my audio that crashed this morning and nothing else. And actually, that was my fault. Damn it. I try to be perfect, but nobody can be perfect all the time, right? How's everybody's weekend? Did you guys have a good weekend? I hope you had a good weekend. It's getting cold here in the Pacific Northwest. A little freezy this weekend, but and we got a big bomb cyclone sitting off the coast that's about to come in and hit us. So wind, rain, snow. It's that time of year. Let me know how you're doing. Do you guys get some snow? A lot of people are getting snow across the country. So it's just the beginning. We have another what? Well, if you live in the Northwest, you have like 6 months more of this shit to look forward to. It's kind of depressing. Those were great covers, weren't they? I love that one. That guy's very talented. Uncanny Valleys is his name. He pulled that whole thing off with just that guitar and a pedal. Wow. Yeah, I love The Cure too. Absolutely love The Cure. I will always be a Cure fan. Of course, I grew up in the 80s, so, that's what it is. We got a great show for you. Oz and I have built you a 100-slide deck. There's so much to talk about, including the start of World War III. Biden has decided that he is not going out a lame duck president, and he wants to leave a legacy. I don't know to who if we're all dead, but that's we're going to talk about that. And I told you guys we're going to talk about Illuminati symbolism today. I got you guys a great little segment, some breakdowns, some great commentary from other creators on YouTube who've really dove into this over the years. So we are not up on Beauty and the Boomer today because I figure we're going to get spanked. I got a lot of stuff on the deck that's going to piss YouTube off. So I just figured I'll leave the channel alone. It gives Oz such anxiety that I was like, screw it. I'll just go to the trailer park. But Oz, I want to go to the new channel. Why didn't I launch on the new channel? Fix that. Fix that, Mr. Engineer. Anyways, let's get moving on this deck. Let me get the chat brought up. Oh, there you guys are. Wow, look at all of you guys pouring in. Hey, thanks. Oh yeah. You guys like the Sandra D look? Yeah, I'm just Sandra D today. Aspen Falling, good to see you. Oh, you look adorable today. Thank you. I'm trying not to be lumped in with all these crazy blue MAGAs who've shaved their head. So, I'm sporting the wig to this morning. I told Oz we're going to start a new show. We're going to call it Wigs. Good morning, Oz the Boomer. I see you. Chris, good to see you. I hope your doctor's appointment goes well. Catalytic Centaur, a fan of The Cure as well. Natalie Williams, how's it going in your neck of the woods? As my weatherman always says, right? What's the weather in your neck of the woods? Hey, Great Patine, good to see you. Popeye. Hi, Popeye. I looked at black wigs today, Popeye. I don't know if they'll go with my complexion. I might have to go with the dark brown one. And Fred Edwards is in the chat. Chiron, good to see you. Good morning to Bunnies. Two Bunnies, Rich from Wisconsin's in here. And Horse Gal, good to see you, Chris. How's it going? Hope you're hanging in there. Hope you're doing as well as I am, right? I had a rough weekend. I've been fighting migraines really bad. They say that's probably from the chemo and from the fact that I'm really, really anemic right now. My white blood cells, all my blood cells are just shot right now. So I did message my doctor this morning like, hey, I'm eating Excedrin Migraine like they're fucking Tic Tacs, and the pain meds don't even touch it. So I don't know what you can do for that, but I'll find out, right? Who else is in here this morning? I got Catalytic. Chris, I threw you a wrench. I hope you can duck. And Cold Fusion Gaming is out running around getting me some medication from the pharmacy. They put me on a new anti-shake drug because I get tremors really bad. And, they started some years ago. And, hey, Quantum Alchemist. And we were in D.C., and I was given a speech out in front of, I don't know, the Department of Justice or CNN somewhere. And it was cold outside, but I was shaking so bad that Pasta had to pick the mic up and hold the mic for me. And it was just weird. I couldn't control like my fight or flight. So, they're going to actually take care of that for me. They gave me a new medication for that. So, better to see you, beautiful. Good to see you. The MP. Why can't I say that this morning? Apparently my brain's not working. There is Cam. Hey, Kate, what's up? Good to see you. My daughter's name is Cammy, and we call her Cam. Okay, let's see what we got on this deck. We got a lot. Let's get through the mundaneness of it. And you guys, we're still raising money for Rome, free Rome. He needs legal defense, and I don't care what he freaking did. This is America. You're innocent till proven guilty. And, he's in Detroit, a strong black man. I'm sure he had some kind of showdown with the police. And, he's looking at some serious time, guys, some serious time. And Rome has done so much for his community. I love how outspoken he is. You guys know I've always brought him and featured him on my show. And so thank you to everybody who's donated and helped. I got a message from Charlie Mack saying that they've raised the retainer. So that is awesome. But, there's ongoing expenses, and that and his family is without him now. So I'm sure they need the help too. So thank you guys so much for supporting that. Of course, my GoFundMe is down in the description box. Maybe if YouTube lets me do that. YouTube sent me a message last week that said, we've decided that you don't follow community standards, so we're putting you on restriction. You're not allowed to do pin posts. You're not allowed to do blah, 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 blah. So it wasn't that I took a strike. They just preemptively like put me on restriction because I don't play nice. So hence why there is new channels. If you guys see in the trailer park, there is a pinned post from me, and that has got the new Shanda and Oz After Dark channel. Make sure that you follow it. And in case you guys can't find us, I was trying to read Mastermind. Hey, Mastermind, what's up? I don't like Rome, but 20 years for a phone call is crazy. I don't even know what it was. It was a phone call. 20 years for a fucking phone call? That's insane. Hey, Rat Angel, good to see ya. Catalytic Centaur, I got you, right? I got you. Yeah, I got you. Steve Guy. Hey, Steve Guy. Mouse FS, there you are. I see you. Trying not to miss anybody this morning. I got Fred, too. Fred Edwards. Let's check the other platforms. What do we got hanging out? Oh, there you, Willie V. Hi, good morning. And Ronnie, good to see you over on the Rockfin, along with Kate. Kate's hanging out there. And Mr. Worthless Eater and Ghost Art are hanging out, chatting over on Rumble. You guys know we are up on Kick. You can always find us at Beauty and the Boomer on Kick, and it's beautiful. I gotta tell you guys, maybe because it's a gaming platform, it just comes across and looks freaking great. I think we're actually on Twitch this morning. Hello, Twitch land, and the Land of Oz over on X. You can find us there sometimes too. Just depends on if I turn that one on. Anyways, Aspen Fallen, what's up? Happy Monday to you. Okay, let's get moving. I need to move this closer so I can see it, because you guys know I'm blind. Okay, we got a lot. Of course, you guys can always help me out. Trailer Park Pundit, Cash App, and PayPal. Thank you guys so much. You guys keep us going. You keep the lights on. Our Patreons, we love you guys over at Beauty and the Boomer. Thank you so much. And shout out to the people that I don't get to see that watch us on the replay, like Lizzie Prickles. I miss you guys. I don't get to see you guys. And Lizzie, how you doing? Fair use for whatever it's fucking worth. It doesn't do me any good to say fair use. They still hit us with copyrights for almost every show. So therefore, even when we are on our monetized channel, we don't make any money on it. So, but why would I want to make YouTube money? I would not want to make them any money. Anyways, what is going on here? We need to fix this real fast. Something's going on. You can't even read it. Is it just on this one? Let me see. Let's see if this works. Yeah, that made it better. We'll just do this. Okay, there we go. Let there be war. Yeah, we woke up yesterday morning and Biden decided, hell, I'm going to start World War III before I leave. But, you know, is there a consensus between him and Trump? Probably is, would be my guess. So Biden allows Ukraine to strike Russia with U.S. supplied long-range missiles. United States president has resisted move for fear of escalating conflict with Russia. What do you guys think? You think this is going to escalate the issue with Russia? I think so. Yeah, hit inside of Moscow and then see what happens. This is insane. In fucking sanity. Why? I mean, Trump said he was going to end this war the day after he got elected, right? What happened to that President-elect Trump? Thought you were going to end this within 24 hours of getting elected. It looks like it's escalating, right? Trump has always stated that he wants to pull us out of NATO. But I don't think any of those cronies that he's nominating to his cabinet feel the same way. Definitely not Mark Rubio, so I don't know. Is it just a game? It's all just a game. Anyways, Biden decided to announce this from the Amazon jungle where he was hanging out with his daughter, you know, the one that he took a shower with when she was 12. And then he just wanders off into the fucking jungle. I don't know what the hell this was all about. It's kind of crazy. Check it out. What the fuck? Somebody follow him. He's going to get fucking lost. Breaking. This comes from our sister Rachel Blevins. Rachel, we love Rachel. Biden has authorized Ukraine to use U.S. supplied long-range missiles for strikes inside of Russia for the first time because the Biden administration hasn't already done enough to set us up for World War III. They need one last thing. They do. So Joe Biden, after being released into the Amazon jungle, fuck. Oh my God. I showed it to Cold Fusion. He goes, is he out there looking for Gilligan? What the fuck? Oh, you can't make this clown show up. You absolutely can't. I pray for peace every day too. I pray for it. Can you imagine in our lifetimes, we've seen conflicts, right? I mean, I came up under Clinton, so we had Bosnia, and, of course he had he barricaded, Iraq, right? They wouldn't let any trade into Iraq for many years. So Clinton did as much damage as Bush, as it seems, going into Iraq. But we didn't see major conflicts like we see now. And it's kind of mind-melting to think that, any one of these unhinged fucking insane maniacs could start World War III. And that includes Putin, because, I don't exclude Putin from being in that insane freaking... He does some pretty crazy shit, too. I mean, he seems to be a little bit more level-headed than our entitled leaders, but I did bring you what Putin had to say. I'm going to have to read it to you as they go over it. But this was Putin's response yesterday. And then we saw that Putin was rushed to the Kremlin. Sirens a blaring. And so he's taking this very seriously, as well as he should, right? A hit inside of Moscow would be devastating. And we would see an absolute response, if not just to Ukraine, maybe into Europe too. So let's see what Putin had to say. Okay, he says, have you seen or heard the very high-level discussion of the UK and the US, the Kyiv regime, being able to strike deep in Russia territory with long-range Western weapons, and it appears that the decision is either about to be taken apparently or it already has been. It's extraordinary. I wanted to ask your comment. This is an attempt to substitute concept, because we are not talking about authorizing or banning the Kyiv regime from striking across the entire territory, striking drones and help of other means. But when it comes to using high precision, long range, Western-made weapons, it is completely different story. In fact, that I have already mentioned this, the experts will confirm that both in our country and in the West, the Ukrainian army is not able to strike within modern long-range position systems of the West manufacture. It cannot do this. It can only do so using intelligence from satellites, which Ukraine does not have. This is data only from the EU satellites or from the United States in general, from NATO's satellites. The first, and then the second thing is very important. Maybe the key is that only NATO servicemen can enter a flight assessment into that. So these missiles systems, Ukrainian servicemen cannot do this, basically saying it's NATO, and not be allowed the Ukrainian regime to strike Russia with the weapons or not. I'm about deciding whether NATO countries are directly involved in a military conflict or not. The decision is made. I will mean nothing other than the direct participation of the NATO countries and the United States, European countries, in the war in Ukraine. This is the direct participation that already, of course, significantly changes the very essence and very nature of the conflict. And that would mean that NATO countries, the United States, European countries are at war with Russia. And if that is the case, bearing in mind the change in the very essence of this conflict, and we will take appropriate decisions based on the threat that will be posed to us. So there you are. I tried to keep up with it. So basically he's saying, hey, this Ukraine does not have the capability to know how to even enter those coordinates in to hit us. So it will be a NATO country or NATO representative, United States or EU country, that will be entering the coordinates in that come in via the satellites to hit us, which means we are in direct war with those countries. And I gotta agree with him. What the heck? Yeah, this is crazy. I think Biden wants to leave a legacy, and he couldn't do it by tanking our economy, screwing us, locking us down, stealing money from us. So hell, let's just blow some shit up, including Russia. Alex Soros says, this is great news. Great news. Fuck. The Wall Street Journal says, breaking, President Biden has for the first time authorized Ukraine forces to use Western-made long-range weapons to strike inside Russia. Great fucking news. Alex Soros. If you don't know who, somebody asked me on Facebook the other day, who's Alex Soros? I go, oh, he's the new heir and controller of George Soros's empire. Yes, that is Baby Soros. Baby Soros is now in control. So, Baby Soros. Okay, let's get to some good stuff. I got some crazy shit here. You know what, Kate? That interview that that Stone did with Putin was a great interview. It really was. It was a good look into Putin's mind, and but I don't put Putin up on a pedestal. I ain't no Putin puppet. I ain't Tulsi. I'm kidding. Who thinks Tulsi's a Putin puppet? A lot of people do. I don't. I see her as a freaking APEC Netanyahu freaking Israel ass kisser, but definitely not a Putin puppet. She just sees it for the reality that it is, and that Russia is not our enemy. We have one enemy, and we know who they are. They bought our freaking election this year. Okay, so hey DC, good to see you. Good morning. Anybody ever find Gamer? Gamer went missing 6 months ago. Nobody's heard from Gamer. I wonder whatever happened to Gamer. Maybe Gamer just got tired of the politics. Who knows? Moving on, we're going down to Conspiracy Corner. I had to bring Conspiracy Corner up because we got a lot to talk about. Did you guys watch the Tyson fight? Did you? I didn't. I've had Netflix for, 15 fucking years now, and it was on my mother-in-law's account, and my mother-in-law passed away, so I just haven't switched it and put my credit card on there, and I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to pay Netflix to be goat herded into watching this circus, because this is like the fall of Rome, right? This is, watch the gladiators. Don't pay attention here. So this is just gladiators going at each other. And apparently it fucking glitched out and it was pixelated. It wouldn't connect. Apparently it was terrible. So many people were pissed that there's video of people out there busting their TVs and shit. But I saw a poll yesterday, and it had almost 1 million people had participated in the poll. And they asked, did you think that the Paul Tyson fight was rigged? 79% of people said yes, it was rigged. So, did you participate in the rigged? Anyway, so Netflix offers Jake Paul $50 million to push George Foreman down the stairs. Yeah, this is just stupid and sad. I mean, he's a 20-some-year-old taking on almost a 60-year-old man. I don't care what great shape Tyson was in. He's 60 fucking years old, and you feel it. I promise you, as a woman who is 50, you feel every single owie you ever got in your life over 50. So it's been said that Tyson took an ounce of magic mushrooms before the fight, which wouldn't surprise me because he sells those, and he sells weed. So but what did strike me was how much of the rulers of empire were turned out for this. It was an all-out event. It was elder abuse. Yeah, it kind of was elder abuse, right? And you can see Jake Paul was holding back. I did watch the highlights, and you can see he was holding back. He could have knocked Tyson the fuck out, and he didn't. And he even bowed to him at the last whatever. It kind of actually gave me a little more respect for that little puke. But anyways, there was a lot of the bigwigs that showed up. So we're going to go right into Conspiracy Corner. We're not waiting this morning. And let's see. Oh, yep. The president-elect, Trumpy, he was there. Let's see how this went.
Democratic candidate Kamala Harris.
Oh, you see this, buddy?
Congratulations.
Funny, Joe. Joe, you won me the election.
Congratulations, Mr.
Look at all these ass kissers. You know, I watch a lot of Rogan, but he's just a shill. You don't make $500 million from fucking Spotify if you're not a part of the system, right? Oh, and they all love the UFC. Oh my gosh, this is their time to shine. Did you guys hear that his Secretary of Commerce is Vince McMahon's wife? Like, what the fuck? This clown show is out of control, but he stopped licking his ear. Yeah, right, he was licking his ear. So we saw a lot of symbolism that was thrown around as we started for this fight. So buffering, Mike Tyson's ass. A lot of people are saying, did you guys see that they went in the locker room apparently beforehand to interview Tyson. And Tyson's walking around with his jockstrap on and his ass hanging out. Well, of course, all of the conspiracy theorists had to jump on it that it was a humiliation ritual. Come on, guys. You think you can humiliate Tyson any more than he already has been over his lifetime? I don't think so. But anyways, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are part of the same club. Abso-freaking-lutely. Here they are throwing the signs, right? We're always talking about these stupid signs that they're always throwing. So I thought we'd take a little bit of a deep dive into these. See, I haven't done a deep dive in a long time. I used to do a lot more of these where I went to YouTube and I pulled you guys videos, right? So check it out. There they are throwing symbols, throwing signs. They got the power star. That's the power star. We've got this one. What else? Oh, the horns. You know, I always just thought this was a rock and roll thing, but it was in the 70s, but apparently now it's, all hail Moloch apparently is what it is. So, and of course the checkerboard floor. That's why we got the checkerboard up at the trailer park. Anyways, Elon was there kissing Trump's ass, sitting right next to him. Yeah, it's said that Trump can't shake Elon. Like, Elon will not go home. Apparently Elon feels like he bought Trump the election and gave it to him because of X. So they're best friends. There's Dana White. He's popping up in the corner over here. And it's one big club. But Elon had a necklace on, and I know you can't really see it in the picture, but what it is the Alpha Omega. And I brought you guys a little breakdown of that real fast so you can see what it is. So what is the Alpha Omega that Elon had on? So this is the symbol for Omega, and the I is Freemason. Elon is a high-level player presented to us as a savior, but is truly just controlled opposition. Sadly, to add a layer of ironically told you, Elon is more important than he really is. That he is fulfilled some level of prophecy because his mother is a witch, but he is just used for his wealth. You know, Elon's on track to be the first trillionaire. And so, he had it was the Omega symbol inside of this ice, the Freemason triangle. And definitely, he is definitely an Omega of the Illuminati. And are we shocked? They don't let somebody be the first trillionaire and not have fucking control of him. And why do they have control of him? Space. That's why. And I should have brought that slide up. We're going to talk about it later in the show. But the amount of satellites that Elon has put into the sky means that they can control everything. They can see everything. And isn't that the ultimate power? I think it is. So there you are. Moving on. Do you guys ever watch the Y-Files? I love the Y-Files. Jilly, I know you watch Y-Files, and I've heard some stuff about this guy, but I find his storytelling, along with his little sidekick Fish, just funny and interesting. And what's going on with Pasta? You see you guys talking about Pasta in the chat. Poor Pasta. He's been through it. His mama's very ill. And I actually feel bad I haven't reached out to him, but I feel like, I didn't want to intrude and bug him, even though he would do that to me. He was the first person to reach out to me when I got diagnosed with cancer. So I will reach out to Pasta this week. I just wanted to give him kind of a breath before I called him. And, I didn't want to bug him while he's at the hospital or anything. So, yeah, Pasta is an outstanding gentleman. And that's all I have to say. I love my brother Pasta, and I will always have his freaking back. Always, always, always. So, okay, so the secret symbols of the Illuminati. Let's check it out. This is like a 5-minute clip, but it really breaks it down really well. So I love this channel. Follow it. He takes hits on YouTube, but he manages to somehow skirt above. He's covered every single fucking conspiracy out there. Like, if there's a conspiracy, there's a Y file for it. So go check it out.
Another word for enlighten is illuminate. So in 1776, the Illuminati was formed. This clandestine group would infiltrate institutions and spread Enlightenment principles from within. The goal was to subtly influence the people in power. Weishaupt knew exactly where to find Illuminati recruits, the Freemasons. By the 18th century, the Freemasons influenced governments and shaped the most powerful institutions in Europe and America. But Weishaupt didn't think they were radical enough, so he joined the Masons and used psychological tactics to recruit Illuminati members. Because Weishaupt understood how to tap into people's desires for knowledge and influence, the Illuminati grew to almost 3,000 members. They were famous intellectuals, politicians, military leaders, and even nobility. Weishaupt's plan was working. The Illuminati was becoming powerful enough to change the course of history. But it's very difficult to keep a secret society secret. When the Bavarian government heard rumors of a secret group influencing policy, they launched an investigation. They found documents revealing the Illuminati's plan, including how they would destroy the church and the monarchy. In 1785, the order was banned. Members were banished or arrested. Weishaupt spent the rest of his life in exile. Now, was that the end of the Illuminati? Well, maybe not. About 20 years later, a few books were written about how the Illuminati were responsible for the French Revolution. George Washington believed the Illuminati were influencing America, but he wanted it known the Freemasons weren't involved. At least, he hoped they weren't. Remember, George Washington was a Freemason.
It was not my intention to doubt that the doctrines of the Illuminati had not spread in the United States. The idea that I meant to convey was that I did not believe that the Freemasons had endeavored to propagate their diabolical tenets. With respect, etc. George Washington.
In the spring of 1848, revolutions affected over 50 European countries at once. The ruling class was convinced that only the Illuminati could coordinate these events. In the 20th century, the Illuminati were attached to elite groups like Bohemian Grove, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, Club of Rome, and the World Economic Forum, and I've covered these groups before.
I put all the links down here in your link shoot.
They claim they're not Illuminati groups, but they share the same principles with the Illuminati. Destroy the church, the monarchy, the family, and the individual. Make everyone equal under one government, speaking one language, using one currency, all controlled by an elite few.
Our futures are intrinsically connected to one another, as profound challenges to mankind, such as climate change, are globally interconnected and require collaborative responses. We have to uphold our responsibility, which we have towards the next generation, and which we can only fulfill through collaboration on a national and on a global level. I wish you an impactful and successful meeting.
God, can you be more textbook evil? Fucking central casting.
Because those groups are constantly meddling in our lives, we don't trust them. And because we don't trust those groups, we resist them. But like it or not, celebrities can influence us. The Illuminati know this. So they've partnered with the film, TV, and music industries to recruit a secret yet public army.
It's a very hard thing. It requires all of us and all of the people in the media and all of the people who actually feel a responsibility to do more than just the headlines. It requires all of us, all of us, all of us, all of us.
Politicians, actors, artists, and other public figures are seen using hand signs associated with secret societies. Not only do these symbols influence us, they signal loyalty to the elite. Remember, almost all the Illuminati symbols and rituals involve the occult or Satan. And that makes me think of the stories of Tom Walker, Daniel Webster, Faust, and Robert Johnson. It's the same story. A man dreams of wealth, power, money, or fame. Then he meets a mysterious figure who promises all his heart's desire and more in exchange for his soul. In other words, the celebrities became famous by making a deal with the devil.
Yeah, did they make a deal with the devil? I don't know. Cadillac Sinstar says, beware, this is maybe intentional, not to be taken serious. I think that is, it has to be based in your own individual beliefs, if you believe this or not. Basically, do you believe in God? Do you believe in Christ and the battle of good and evil when it comes to Lucifer? And because that's what these guys believe. I always tell you guys, it doesn't matter what you guys believe, they fucking believe it. And they absolutely do. They believe that the God of the Bible is bad and that Lucifer is the actual good God, and that's who they serve. So, I mean, yeah, just depends on what you believe. So here's the second part. I think this is just a little bit shorter version of it.
In the world of the elite, symbols are more than just artistic expression. They are a secret language. Celebrities aren't just entertainers. They're key players in a hidden global structure controlled by the Illuminati. A sold-out stadium.
Thank y'all so much.
A song ends. The crowd erupts as a performer raises their hands, forming a triangle in front of their face. But some of us see something more than just the gesture. It's a signal of loyalty and obedience. A promise that whatever deal they made, they're holding up their end. Those who hold the triangle in front of their face, especially their eye, that's the signal that they're keeping watch over their audience. They're not just influencing their fans, they're monitoring them. And when they show the triangle, that's an acknowledgement that they're in the hierarchy, on one of the steps of the pyramid. But the Illuminati has plenty of eyes on us who aren't yet in the pyramid, but they watch us all the same. The signal for these initiates is covering one eye. If they remain loyal and do their duty, they too can join the pyramid.
$10 million.
In addition to the watchers, there are the disruptors. Spot them with this sign. The index finger and pinky raised with the middle and ring fingers folded down. Basically, the rock on gesture, also known as the goat. This symbol represents the Baphomet. It signifies rebellion against the established order and devotion to Illuminati's global control. Next are the prospects. They use the OK gesture, where the index finger and thumb form a circle, while the other three fingers are extended. This represents the number 666.
Oh yeah, because of the 3. Right.
This sign is often used by those within the entertainment industry to communicate that they're willing to use their wealth and power to be part of the Illuminati's agenda of control.
It all comes down to the pyramid.
Finally, there's this one, hands down folded into a diamond shape. You'll see this in formal settings, like public ceremonies or award shows. It indicates senior status and high rank in the Illuminati power structure. You'll mostly see this displayed by political and business leaders. These symbols not only signal allegiance to the Illuminati, but also condition the public, quietly preparing society for the New World Order. And every time you see these symbols, you're witnessing a hidden conversation, a dialogue between those who control the world and those who aspire to.
Worse than Nazis. I gotta agree. Did you guys see? I just shared it this morning. The Vatican and the Pope sitting there, and they've got a 3-ring fucking circus on stage, at that place that's got the big satanic shit in the background. We've talked about that before. What a shit show. And Mel Gibson, he has been calling the church out for a long fucking time for just how evil they are. I came across another video from him the other day where he was calling them out, and I just find this stuff interesting because we see it integrated into everything, and it really was on the front burner and in your face at this Tyson fight on Friday night. And this week when Trump and Biden got together, so the real grip of the master Masons is called a lion's paw. Oz and I were talking about this the other day. He grips the hand, and the V is stuck out to show power, right? So yeah, Pasta says, "Say what?" And these guys have a secret language that they speak to each other, and it's hard to miss it once you know about it. So that's why I tell you guys about it, so that way you guys can enjoy too, right? Blood ritual. There's a lot of ritualistic shit in this. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, this might be about Elon. Let's see what this is.
Candace Owens takes on Rabbi Shmuley Boteach, calling out what she terms radical Zionism and condemning the Israeli government's actions in Gaza.
Getting kicked off YouTube for this one. Don't talk about.
So one person who could stand to gain a lot in a second Trump term is Elon Musk, the tech billionaire, right? SpaceX, Tesla, X. He made a big bet on President-elect Trump, spending more than $118 million backing him. And hey, that bet may be paying off.
President-elect Trump tapping Tesla CEO Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy to lead a, quote, Department of Government Efficiency.
The first time Musk unveiled the 7-seat Crew Dragon concept was at an event at SpaceX's headquarters in Hawthorne, California in May 2014.
Tesla is facing investigations, but this time they aren't for self-driving cars or autopilot.
Not anymore.
The newest investigations, reported by the Wall Street Journal, are being conducted by Manhattan federal prosecutors and the Securities and Exchange Commission and cover the company's
SEC
mysterious Project 42. Back in July, the Journal reported that Tesla board members last year looked into the secretive project which called for a structure with a glass-walled building to be built near the company's headquarters in Austin, Texas. According to people familiar with the matter, Project 42 was internally described as a house for CEO Elon Musk. The Journal's sources indicated that Tesla employees were working on plans for Project 42 in 2022. Limited information is surfaced about the project with only a few details known, including a twisted hexagonal design and a glass enclosure.
Yeah, he wants to plant into your brain, so definitely sign up for the Neuralink and get yourself a Tesla bot, because every house deserves one. And this guy's on track to be the first trillionaire, and even if the SEC was freaking investigating him, he's not going down for anything. Catalytic says, don't overlook the Candace is not a mender. She could be much nicer or in a way pure, but then it's not wrong to mention what is wrong if it helps transform. I'm not the biggest Candace Owen fan. I do like that she calls some of these guys out. At least she had the cojones to take Shmuley on, right? He's so emboldened, and it's just gross. It's gross. Here's some more on Tesla. Elon, let's see what this one is.
The world's richest man, Elon Musk, could soon add another title to his roster, the world's first trillionaire. Informa Connect Academy says the Tesla CEO is on track to earn the position by 2027. Musk has a sprawling business empire that spans from electric vehicles and social media to space rockets and miniature brain implants. His fortune is estimated at nearly $250 billion right now.
Oh my God, who wants those big bulky implants? You want the miniature implants. Elon is set, we talk about this. We call him DARPA boy. I've called him DARPA boy for the last 5 freaking years. You don't become the richest man in the world unless you have government contracts and the government is printing money for you. And that's exactly what has been going on with him. Starlink, Blackjack, whatever you want to call it, has, paved the way for him. Everybody thinks he got rich from his cars. No, that's just a side project. He's got some other big shit on the horizon. Did you guys see this? They were all hanging out this weekend. You had Trump and Elon and Don Jr., I think, was there, and Robert Kennedy Jr., and they were all partaking in some Big Macs. You could see that Kennedy's dying inside just a little, right? He's supposed to demand that they put pure cane sugar back in Coca-Cola. Can you demand they put the Coke back in it, please? Because that's what everybody in America really wants, RFK Jr. And Yeah, I can't believe he's actually partaking in that shit. Anyways, Trump's like, eat it. It's good. Do you want a position or not? You got to eat that shit. So stupid. We live in the dumbest possible timeline. And if this is a simulation, which Elon's convinced this is a simulation, and most of the smartest scientists in the world believe that this is a simulation. This is not base reality. I believe we're in a simulation as well. And we pick the dumbest simulation in the world to freaking jump into, right? Whoever's controlling my player, do better. Do better, man. I'm screaming at you right now like my Sims. Have you ever had your Sim bitch you out? Have you guys ever played Sims? If you've ever played Sims, you absolutely can be convinced that we are in a simulation. My kids loved The Sims. I used to buy them all kinds of different Sims games. And it was fun to play, I gotta say. It really was. Let's see. Jen Psaki. Oh, yeah. Yesterday morning, some Sunday morning political shows were all up in arms over RFK Jr. Oh, my God. He is going to convince people not to take the vaccine. He's an anti-vaxxer denier. And it's gross that the liberal left media and their attacks of RFK Jr. Because, come on, who thinks he's actually going to accomplish shit? Nobody.
We have seen nominations before from presidents of both parties where there have been ethical and substantive issues. Let's not forget, we had a nominee for HHS secretary in this administration who had never dealt with health care before being nominated. So I think that the notion that...
I'm not here to defend. He was the attorney general for the state of California. This is a little bit of a difference.
He experienced suing healthcare companies, but not anything to do with health care.
Jen did not like that the truth was that she, pronouns are she, Levine, has never had any medical experience before being placed in that role. So they want to act like RFK Jr. is not qualified. Well, we all know this was absolutely not qualified. But Jen Psaki's like, no, don't say that on my show. Attorney General of California is more than qualified, right? It was kind of fun to watch her lose her shit. They always lose their shit. So, Trump team bracing for confirmation fights over its picks. Yeah, that's right. Let's see what this meme says. What in the gates of hell is happening? They stopped watching mainstream news and started doing their own unbiased research. Damn right we did.
And Arizona, where RFK was very popular. I think RFK, there, of course, is controversy, but he has changed the conversation when it comes to public health. People haven't really been talking about the fact that 75% of Americans are either obese or overweight. 1 in 4 Americans suffers a significant mental health disorder. We should be having these conversations. I know there's a lot of controversy and skepticism about what he says about fluoride in the water, but why are we more outraged about the public health crisis we're facing today and the fact that the medical establishment we can't really trust at this point, especially after COVID-19 and a lot of what we were told about conspiracy theories, the origins of COVID turned out to be true.
Well, look, I am old enough to remember.
And we told you those, and we got spanked by YouTube. We were on the front lines. If you went back and you watched anything that we did, the dive. Hey, you guys, the dive's coming back. Did you hear? We are bringing back the dive with Miss Amber King. And so it's Amber, I, and Oz. We will be back on the 23rd? No. I'll have to get the date. We've got dates set where we're going to bring it back. I've got the old graphics. I'm super excited to bring back the dive. We had a blast with the dive. Amber, we're going to have to shush her half the time because she'll get us totally smacked. But yeah, we called this shit out in real time. We told you the truth about the origins. We told you the truth about the mRNAs. We told you the truth about all of it. And YouTube, struck us down, took us off air. They really hit us hard back in those days. So they always hit us hard. But anyways, be sure to join us for the dive. I'm excited. Jackson Hinkle's no longer doing the dive, right? His handlers have moved him on to bigger and better things. That's kind of why we quit doing it, is because we were the dive first, and then Jackson Hinkle, the dive, came out. And we actually had Jackson on our show. And I think it was one of the last shows we did was with Jackson. And so we're back, the dive. I'm excited to be back on air with Amber. She's always fun. Did you guys see vaccines are tanking? Stocks are tanking. So RFK Jr., we want to make sure vaccines are actually safe. Vaccine investors. Yeah, no shit. Vaccine makers stocks tumble after Trump's picks for RFK Jr. for health secretary. And RFK Jr. on his way to put cocaine back into Coca-Cola. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Zelensky would end up drinking it all, though. That is the problem. Did Susan Collins get a facelift? What is going on here? She doesn't even look the same. That's all that freaking Pfizer money she got, that PPP money. Anyways, she's over on Face the Nation yesterday morning. You got to hear what she has to say, because she doesn't want to deny everything. She just says, well, maybe we should talk about it.
I want to ask you as well about some of the things he said about vaccines. As you know, the vaccination rates are declining in America. He said things like restoring transparency around them. It's not really clear what that means. Why do you think there's a decline in vaccination?
I think there's two pieces to it. I think when we talk about things in public health, we don't acknowledge the concerns. Because when my children went to school, there was maybe 1 in 1,000 kids with autism, diagnosed autism.
When your
now
kids went to
it's
school, there was like 9 vaccines.
So every mom is seeing a classroom of kindergartners where one of the children has autism.